Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Barchakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and taught us this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect, scattered abroad, preaching this word and this doctrine in truth, honesty, and sincerity. I'm the Bullet Khan from the Great Millstone Miami camp. And in this lesson, we'll be going into skin color, how Jake, all right, Israel is coming in a variation of different skin colors and features, all right, different tones that they might look like the other nations, but they might not necessarily be from the other nations, all right. Whether you might be coming into this faith or the truth, okay, and there's precepts to back that up, that Jake is coming in different shades of color, man, all right, because there's other false doctrines going around from other camps, such as the black Israelite doctrine, the black Negro only Israelite doctrine. You know how Jake be saying how Israel only gonna be dark skinned, or the Afro Latino doctrine, all that nonsense, man. Okay, because really it's not about skin color, all right. We talk about skin color to prove, the prophets and the Lord Yahweh Shai was a so-called black man, but in today's time, Jacob is coming in a variation of different skin colors, man. So you cannot just focus all this thing down and just skin color, because that's what Jake wants to do. Jake wants everything easy. Jake want everything spoon-fed, and they want the doctrine to be just an easy push button. But it's not like that, man. It gets deeper than that, okay? And that's Jake just being carnal. But let's start off with the book of Jeremiah, chapter 12, verse 9. Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 9. Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour. Okay, and when you go into that word heritage, all right, it goes into possession or property. And what is the Lord's property or possession? His chosen. Okay, what are his chosen? The Israelites, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, he compares that unto as a speckled bird. A speckled bird has different tones of colors, all right. Got different colors going on, all right. It's a variation of colors, all right. So the Lord is comparing his heritage or his people as unto a speckled bird, meaning they come in all different skin colors, all right. From white, well, there's no such thing as white, but fair skin, very fair skin, to dark skin, all right, dark melanated skin, okay, because Jake has mingled with the other nations, all right, like Ephraim. It says Ephraim has mingled with the other nations. Let's get that in Hosea chapter 7, verse 8. Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not churned. Okay, and that is the chief tribe. That is a chief tribe from the northern kingdom, all right, Ephraim. And when you look at northern kingdom, all right, which are the so-called Latinos and Native Americans, they're coming in all different sorts of skin color. Okay, they might look like the other nations. They might look so-called white, and also they might look so-called black, all right. But the Lord is comparing Ephraim as a cake not churned, because when you cook a pancake on one side, it has a certain color on one side. It has a darker, more cooked looking color. But if you don't flip it and you just leave the opposite side not churned, it's gonna be a lighter tone, meaning what? Variations of color, all right. Variations of color, man. Okay, and to prove that, you got what's this guy's name? What's this devil's name? Christopher Columbus. All right, Christopher Columbus When you go read his diaries, and he talks about how he wanted to go look for the lost tribes, the lost 10 tribes of the kingdom of Israel. When you read his diaries, all right, he actually gives a description on how the actual tribe Ephraim looked like. He gives an actual description in his diaries, and he did not describe them as so-called Negroes. He described them neither black nor white, but in that in-between color, which is what modern day Israel, Northern Kingdom, looks like today. All right. They said they had like coarse hair. Coarse, okay. It wasn't like afro-y or like wool-like, but it was coarse. But they weren't black nor whites. Okay. So that is evidence, even outside of the scriptures, that Northern Kingdom, all right, Ephraim, they coming in different skin colors, man. All right, they're all different skin colors. Okay, because the so-called black Negro Israelite doctrine, man, that is really to deter, for you. That is really a doctrine that deters you from the truth. All right, but the elect are gonna receive the word. The elect are actually gonna be able to understand the scriptures. Okay, let's see what I want next. Let's get Revelation chapter 7. Revelation chapter 7, verse 8 through 9. I'll start at 8. Revelation chapter 7, verse 9, Salakia. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number. All right, what is that great multitude? That is the Israelites, okay, the elect. Okay, those are the elect that were scattered among the heathen, all right, looking like the other nations. It says, of all nations. Well, hold on, let me read it back up a little bit. Which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. Right, and that palms means victory, or victory over what? The beast. Okay, because they were the elect. All right, they got salvation. They were saved. And cried with a loud voice, saying, salvation to our power which sitteth upon the throne and unto the Lamb. Okay, but going back to verse 9, it says John the Revelator, he's having a vision where he sees all different kinds of people, man. All right, different multitudes of people that look like all the other nations. That's why he's saying of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues. Okay, because Jake, the elect, okay, well, Jacob in general, all right, looks like all the other nations, man. We all look like all the other nations. All right, there is no one image that it says, all right, they look like this and this is who the elect gonna be. No, man, the elect coming in all different types of skin tones, colors, all right, variations, features. Okay, because it's really about the sea line that determines Jake. All right, it's really the sea line that determines where you're from. There's no such thing as a mixed person. Let's get in the book of Numbers real quick. Numbers 1, chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers. See, it says by the house of their fathers, they declared their pedigrees. Okay, these are our customs. This is how the Lord wanted us to declare our houses, all right, by the house of our fathers. Okay, when you actually even look at this in a scientific genetic aspect, all right, the father is the one who carries the Y chromosome, not the mother, right? The Y chromosome. So through the Y chromosome is actually how you're going to be able to distinguish where you come from. So it's even backed up genetically that really the father is what determines the seed line, not the mother. That's how these 1948ers be telling. That's how they actually teach their people what determines your lineage, your mother, which is the opposite, the other way around, because they're the damn devils. All right, continuing on. According to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. All right, so it's the father who determines where you are. Now let's get at a situation where you have a so-called Negro, all right, a Judite, okay, mixed with a white woman, so-called white woman, all right, with blonde hair and blue eyes. If they have a baby, right, they have a seed, the seed comes out and it looks mixed. It looks, a good example will be the artist Drake. Okay, that's a good example. Are these other people gonna say that he's not an Israelite? Yes, he's an Israelite, because his father is a so-called black man, all right, an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. But the point is that the baby's not gonna come out black, all right, because there's mixtures of genetics going on. But what determines that seed line is the father. That is what determines the seed line. Okay, so it's not about skin color, man. The Lord is making it plain and clear that in the last days, Jake is gonna be looking like all the nations, man. We just read that in Revelation, the 7th chapter. Let's get Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11. You know, just to fall back also on that Jake is scattered, man. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11. All right, because there's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of people coming to this truth, and the majority of Israel is Northern Kingdom. All right, and they're gonna come looking like all different colors, all different kindreds and skin tones, and so on and so forth. And to tell them that they're not an Israelite because they don't look black, man, the Lord gonna destroy you. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people. Meaning what? The elect getting saved in these last days. Okay. The first time was in Egypt. The second time is going to be over here in Babylon. All right. Primarily in Babylon, but also all across the four corners of the earth. Which shall be left, it says, the remnant of his people, all right, his people, possessive, okay, his heritage, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea, okay. Are all these gonna look exactly the same? No, they're gonna have different skin tones, they're gonna look different, but they're all his people, all right, they're all descended from the biblical patriarch Jacob, all right, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob on down, all right, to the 12 tribes. Okay, so Jake is scattered everywhere. Jake is scattered everywhere. Looking like all different nations. All right, this, you can't just say because he's a so-called black man, he's automatically an Israelite. No, man, because then you got Hamites that are black too. Are they Israelites? No. So you got to be spiritual. Jay want to be carnal. Let's get, okay, I don't know what I want. Romans chapter 8, verse 16. You got to use the spirit to discern. Romans chapter 8, verse 16. The spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh. Okay, so it's through the spirit that you discern who is an Israelite or not. Okay, and how do you try that spirit? Okay, you try that spirit through the scriptures, through the holy scriptures, all right, the Bible. Okay, if this truth resonates with you, all right, and your paternal seed line goes back to the biblical patriarch Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, all right, you're an Israelite. Okay. You are an Israelite. Because it's through the Spirit that you'll be able to, that you're going to be able to perceive who is Jacob and who's not. Okay. Let's get Isaiah chapter 44, verse 3, and then I'll end with that one. Because the Lord is gathering all his people, man, from across all four corners of the earth. Isaiah chapter 44, verse 3. It reads, "For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground." All right, that's his wisdom, this truth, this knowledge, and understanding that the Lord has given us. "I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thine offspring, and they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the waters, by the water courses. One shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob. And another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord, and surname himself by the name of Israel. Thus said the Lord, the King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts, I am the first, I am the last, and beside me there is no God." Okay, all right, so this word is gathering Israelites from all different kindreds, okay, all different nations, all different types of people, but they're all Israelites. Okay, Jacob is scattered everywhere. All right, and the Lord is gathering his people today, all right, because we are that final generation, man. All right, we are the you got Generation Z. So we are the generation that's gonna see all these prophecies come to pass, man. All right, we're the generation that's gonna see Yahweh Shai return, crack the clouds, and redeem his elect. We are the generation that's gonna see Babylon burn. Lord willing, we part of that number. Lord willing, I'm part of that number, the elect. Okay, but the Lord is gathering Jacob across all four corners of the earth, and they're coming looking like all different kinds of people. All right, so it's not about skin color, it's about discerning through the Spirit. All right, because Jake is coming in all different skin tones. Okay, but yeah, that's all I wanted to get. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. On to the next one. Shalom.